So, back at Download again.
Indeed. Thank you.
How's it coming, like being back? Is this like a second home to you now?
Yeah. I mean, Download is the festival of all festivals. It's like the grandfather. It's the badass big one in the UK as far as rock acts are. So yeah, it's always great to come back here, and we're excited to get out there and perform today.
Yeah, well, you've got like quite a very busy schedule this summer, literally all over Europe. Do you like it being that busy, or would you prefer to have a little bit more downtime?
Well, the festival season during the summer gets a little bit tricky as far as like routing, and when you're on tour, the routing is pretty important because you don't want to go from one side of the country to another, and then and then vice versa, or however it works out. But it can be a little bit tricky. But it seems like this particular tour we have quite a few days off in between, so it's not so bad when you're in some of these beautiful countries. You just kind of kick back and relax and go see some of the sights and get to do what we love, and that's performing. Every other day, or every third day, or however it works out. It's really a unique experience.
Yeah, obviously this is the first like festival season that you're playing Fortress out, because that came at the end of last year. Again with the UK arena tour as well. How have people reacted to Fortress? Has it been quite a unanimous like praise for it, or?
I haven't really heard any negatives yet. Fingers crossed. But it's been well received. I think our fans are really appreciative of it, and when we got together and wrote this record, it really we didn't really force anything. It just all kind of happened, and we just kind of played to our strengths to the best of our ability, and really proud of how it turned out.
Oh yeah, so because going on from that, you've recently got you got voted best song on Noise Creep. Are those sort of award type things? Do you aim for them, or is that more like just the icing on the cake?
It is completely the icing on the cake. The accolades are great to come by when you're able to reach that level where you're even recognized for these types of things. It's really amazing. But I think on Loudwire we were up for Album of the Year there, Rock Album of the Year, and I was on my social media like, hey guys, because I really wanted to win that one, but I think Skillet had more fans that were pressing the vote.
Just pressing it each and every day.
So we tried, but the accolade, it's great. To be recognized in any fashion is pretty amazing.
Yeah, well, this is what you really aim for, isn't it? Just playing for your fans, like
exactly. From the beginning, it's all been about performing. That was what drove us in the early days, even coming from Creed, was getting out there and just having a passion about music and playing in front of the fans.
Yeah.
And having a sense of honesty about it too. Everything from the stage, but aside from our intro and maybe some segues between songs, there's no backing tracks or anything like that.
No, it's all very.
And yeah. So we're very proud of that.
Yeah. So obviously with Miles, he goes off and he does the sort of Slash stuff. There's the news coming out like the Led Zeppelin thing. Is it quite difficult to sort of juggle that, or is it quite easy by the end of it?
It's definitely not easy. There's a lot of planning ahead. A lot of coordination between both camps, his management camp, our management camp, and really just planning it out in advance. And then getting us all in the same room and on the same page and not being burnt out. That's important. There's still got to be some downtime.
Yeah. So obviously you got quite a large following throughout the UK. That was shown in your arena tour last year, where quite a lot of shows were really quite full. Does that sort of set a benchmark for you, or what's the next step that you're sort of aiming for?
Wembley Stadium. Yeah. Our fans have really spoken, and we're just so proud to call them our fans, and we've been over here so much, and we've really put in a lot of time, and we're just grateful, you know, that we can have reached the amount of success that we have, and we just keep being able to do that.
So would you love to come back and maybe headline Download one year?
Of course, obviously, yes.
Do you think you're ready for that?
Well, this tour, actually, this Fortress, I guess not, but yes, we are ready for that. We're going to bring some production in, and we're discussing coming back over early next year before Miles is actually full on Slash. So we're discussing coming over here and doing another UK-Europe run before we hang it up for a little while and write another record. Yeah.
So today, are you going to sort of try and catch anyone? You're going to try and catch the likes of Aerosmith, things like that? Because that's one of those bands that you really sort of feel that you have to see.
Yeah, you know what? We actually played a show with Aerosmith 3 days ago in Poland.
Oh, yeah.
And I had never seen them before, but obviously I've been a fan of those, you know, my entire life. So that's one band I for sure want to check out.
But was that just sort of like a bit of a pinch me moment when you're playing with the likes of Steven Tyler?
Indeed, and he's a great front man, you know. Those guys, you know, his moves may be a little bit slower, but he can still do them.
Yeah, he doesn't look bad for a 6-year-old.
Exactly.